Hello Disney fans, my name is Hailey and welcome back to the Disney Cupcake channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at all 1,014 of my Disney trading pins. Now I technically have 1,052 pins, but I have some set aside as traders. I only share my pin count as 1,014 because those are pins that I know I am keeping for sure. Well, at least for the time being. I store all of my traders and lanyards in this giant pin book. And I have a smaller version of this that I use for travel. And it looks something like this. This is where I keep all of my traders to take to the Disney parks, and then I can use them in here again to bring them back. That way I'm not bringing a super huge book with me. And then when actually going to the parks, I use all of these different lanyards. But if you're looking for a better way to display your pins at the parks, I found this Mickey Mouse backpack on Amazon, which I'll have linked down below. But there are also a bunch of other accounts like Pinfolio. They have backpacks and purses which look amazing. Another great way to take your pins around the park. I'll also have them linked down below. Disney has also been releasing some of their own special bags and even pin trading cork board ears, which are available now at the parks. Right now I have all of my pin traders on this lanyard and in this book. Here's just a quick look at my Disney pin trading lanyard collection. This one from the Disneyland 60th anniversary. The grand opening of Shanghai Disney. This is the newer style of lanyard. This is a St. Patrick's Day reversible one. This adorable Stitch one came with one of my starter packs. Another cute one that came with one of my starter packs. This is one of my first pin lanyards. It is purple and it has all of these little green flowers on it. Look at the clip. What a throwback. And I have this little metal piece at the bottom of Tinkerbell. I would switch back and forth whenever I was younger between that purple one and this pink one. And this pink one has little white crowns on it. Here's one of these side pouch ones, very similar to the ones that cast members use. Another one very similar, but this one is from the Disneyland 60th anniversary. A blue Mickey and Friends one. This little pack here from Disneyland, whenever we stayed at one of the Good Neighbor hotels, you got a little pin and a lanyard. Whenever I stayed at Disneyland, one of my family members gave me their pack, so this is another one of those lanyards that I have my traders on currently. I have the thicker Epcot 35 lanyard, and this is one of my absolute favorite charms that I put on all of my pin lanyards, and I'll just switch them out depending on what I'm wearing. And lastly, I just got this one for my birthday. This is a Disney food one. Now before I show all of the boards and things I have around my room, here is where I keep all of my pin backs that are up on display currently. I keep them in this popcorn bucket, which is a good little storage saver hack. So you guys can see they're all in there and it's getting pretty full. Now for the pins around my room and throughout my display. This first one is a limited edition Disney Duets pin. This was released a couple years ago and this one is themed to Beauty and the Beast. Here next to my computer I have one of those magnetic displays. This is a pin set from the Disney Vacation Club. Here above my mirror, I keep all of my jumbo pins. This one is in celebration of the different anniversaries around the Disney parks. This center one is my most expensive Disney pin, the happiest celebration on Earth. And this last one is celebrating the 20th anniversary of Animal Kingdom. Above those, I also have this framed pin picture featuring Disney trading pins, although I do not count those pins in my collection. To the right of that, I have my pin banner, which is filling up a lot. This is where I keep all of my most recent and newest Disney pins. Down here in my display case you will find a Club 33 boxed pin from Disneyland. And here next to my dresser you will find the boxed sets from D23. So here is this D23 pin set that I got earlier this year. I'll also have all of my other pin videos linked down below if you would like to see me unbox these and review them here in more detail. These pins are jumbo. I love them so much that D23 actually released another wave of these pins for D23 members, and I just reviewed this a couple weeks ago. And this last box set is from, I believe, last year. This is the 10 years golden box. This is a tin case that these ones are displayed in. They're very, very beautiful. Super shiny gold featuring lots of anniversaries that happened that year. along with D23's anniversary. These ones are amazing as well. I guess it would have helped if I mentioned what types of pins that I collect. My favorite Disney pins to collect are anything relating to the Disney parks, like the logos, the dated years, and the anniversaries. I also really love the Mickey and Friends, the Fab Five, and the super cutie ones. And if you already couldn't tell, I really like Disney food, and those ones are a big part of my collection too. Now moving on to one of my next displays. This is one of my favorite little hacks or tips for collecting for displays. If you're looking to turn your room into a Disney-inspired room, I got this H at the craft stores like Michael's, Joann's. I painted it white to match my room, and I just put my pins on it. As I said, it's not cork, it is cardboard, but it still holds them very nicely, doesn't damage the pins. I think it looks really cool, and I'd highly recommend it. Here on the H, you will see my Disney park attractions from Walt Disney World and from Disneyland. I do have some other ones here on my pin board, which I will show. These are just all of the ones that currently fit on the H. Here, before we start my pin board, I do have some pins at the bottom. This is the book for the Minnie Mouse The Main Attraction pin collection that I have been collecting all year. This book did come with this collector's pin, and then I do have the other sets of all of them up until now of each of the 3 pins based on the different attractions. So Space Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean, Mad Tea Party, Small World, Tiki Room, and Peter Pan's Flight. But there are spots for the rest of the ones being released here in 2020. Also here at the bottom of my board, I have the Cars 3 pin set out for my Pixar display here in August and September. This is a 4-pack pin set featuring some of the characters there from Cars 3. Also at the bottom of my pin board, I used push pins to hold up some of my other special pins. This one here on the left is for the Disney Store 30th anniversary, the Disneyland 60th anniversary. Here I have this Easter egg one to reveal this Mickey Mouse Easter egg hunting. I do have other holiday pins that are currently being stored with my holiday boxes, so do not forget to subscribe to this channel so you do not miss my upcoming room tour videos for the holidays, where you can see more of these special pins. Next to that, I have the Epcot Jumbo 35th Anniversary and the 2018 Pixar Fest Pass Holder Exclusive Jumbo. Above that, I have one more pin that opens. This one is meant to look like a Mickey waffle iron and contains a small little Mickey waffle pin. And now for the actual board itself. I got all of these cork boards at different craft stores. If you are also looking to purchase a cork board, I would definitely go and make sure that it is a thin cork board. Here I do have mixed in both thin and thick cork boards. I personally do not like the thicker ones because if you take the pins on and off a couple times, it does kind of wear out the back a little bit and makes them a little bit more fragile. So I would just personally recommend getting the thinner cork boards at the craft stores. As always, we're going to start here at the top and make our way down. There, the top 2 rows features pins from the Mystery Tsum Tsum collection and also from some visible sets. The next row below that moves into Disney princesses. There we have Frozen, Aurora, some very retro pins right there, some of my first pins, Cinderella, Enchanted, Moana, Mulan, Tinkerbell, Belle, Beauty and the Beast, The Little Mermaid, Tangled, Snow White, Pocahontas. And I really like to add these transitions into my boards. I felt like the next best thing there connecting the princesses together would be Peter Pan. So there we have Peter Pan ones, and then that will transition us into just general Disney. So there we have Dumbo, Alice in Wonderland, Fantasia, Wreck-It Ralph, Ralph Breaks the Internet, some Halloween ones, some Winnie the Pooh ones, Big Hero 6, Roger Rabbit, Nightmare Before Christmas, Bambi, Lion King. And then this is one of the bigger jumps here to Star Wars. Ones from all of the original movies, Mandalorian, Rogue One, and the parks. Continuing with the robots, there we have WALL-E, and that will transition us into Pixar. I also felt like superheroes fit the theme there as well. Moving on to board number 2, here we have Pixar, Ratatouille, Monsters University, Monsters Inc., Cars, Finding Nemo, and Finding Dory. And here we have some jumbo ones. And I also forgot to mention, all of these pins are from a huge mix of places. Disney Store, Walt Disney Imagineering, eBay, the parks from all around the world, and so many other places. As I just mentioned, jumbo Toy Story ones, Toy Story Land, Shanghai Disney Toy Story Land, Hollywood Studios. These bigger ones here are from the Disney Studio Store in Hollywood. And then these sets here are from the Disney Store, from all of the different Toy Story movies. Here ending with the classic Pixar icons and shorts. That will take us to the Cuties. This was a collection I began collecting right when I first started pin trading. I loved all these little pins, trading for them on all of the cast member lanyards. I just think they're so cute, and I really miss that art style at the parks. Now that Minnie Mouse there will transition us into classic Mickey and Friends. So here we have all of my Minnie Mouse ones. And then here you will see both Mickey and Minnie. And then it will just go straight to Mickey, and then Mickey and Friends. there that stitch will transition us over to Hawaii and some of the other international parks there with Oulu and Shelly May. And the Lilo and Stitch ones you just saw there above them. Continuing with Duffy and Friends. That will bring us into the mini Mickey ears and all the ear headbands and hats. And then there are eventually Mickey heads and mini heads. And there, the locks you just saw on the right continue down here to the left. These are just some of the miscellaneous categories, and then eventually here it will bring us back to some more complete sets, like the safety pins from Hong Kong Disneyland. And below that, here we have another set from Hong Kong Disneyland, which I'm trying to finish. This is the Carousel series. And there we have some Vinylmations. Now my transition for this next row actually starts back here with the bottle caps that I just showed. So there we have the bottle caps, then moving the next row down are all of the pop cans. And now for Disney food. Here we have the Disney Donuts collection. I have all of them except for one. I am missing the Minnie Mouse donut. That will then transition us into the Kingdom of Cute collection, and eventually here to Disney Parks. Now for international parks, here we have some from Disneyland Paris. And Tokyo Disney Resort. Shanghai Disney Resort, and eventually here, Walt Disney World. Below that, here I have some of the resorts that I have stayed at. I like to collect pins for every single resort I've stayed at. The only one here that I have not stayed at that you will see is the Copper Creek and Contemporary pins. I just really like those places too. Also, Boardwalk is on here and I have not stayed there either. The Boardwalk is right by Epcot, so that is just my transition here into the rest of the parks. And then we'll start up Animal Kingdom. And Magic Kingdom. And Hollywood Studios. Here we also have one of the Disneyland ones. And right here is where all of my years begin. As I mentioned, I do like to collect the dated year pins. So here are all of the rest of the dated ones, and they do go in their correct order, so that is how I'm going to show them. That is also the reason why I haven't put any other pins here, because I'm waiting to put a Halloween one, and then a Christmas one, and then 2021. So that is just how I'm keeping them in the order here, so I do not have to reorganize my entire pin board. So here we have 1955. 1971, 1982, 2002, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2009, 2010, 2012, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2019. And these are all in their correct dated order, like Food and Wine, Star Wars opening, Skyliner opening, and then Halloween. And then here we have 2020. There are all of my official Disney pin trading pins. I would love to see your collections over on Instagram. Use the hashtag Disney Cupcake Collection, and do not forget to tag me because I would love to see them. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and remember to do what you love and do what makes you happy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!